Mr. Dame Lillard. He is going back home, and he is reuniting, and it feels so good with the Portland Trail Blazers. Dame Lillard is going to be, let's see, he's 35 years old and signed a 3-year, $42 million contract with the Portland Trail Blazers. Dame Lillard obviously had the major injury at the end of his Milwaukee days, so there's a strong possibility that he's going to be out a good majority of next year. If possibly maybe the whole season, we'll see. People are recovering from injuries a hell of a lot better than they ever did before. But yeah, 3 years, $42 million for Dame Lillard at 35 years old. What do you think of Portland signing for this? I mean, do you think Dame did the right decision, or I don't know. I find this one kind of confusing.
I think it all depends on his mindset. Like I will say, in light of recent events, the last few years of his career, I would say it is confusing because it's like, why would you decide to leave? Why would you decide to ask for a trade to get out of Portland? Couple years in Milwaukee, doesn't necessarily go the way you want, and then because your biggest thing is, I want to win a ring, I want to win a championship, and then you just decide to go home anyway. I think it would have just been better and made more sense had he just decided, you know what, rings aren't everything. Home is where the heart is. Like, my family calls this place home. I think it would have just been better for his career as well had he just said, you know what, I don't really care what happens as far as not necessarily I don't care about winning a championship, but it's like, I trust what the organization's doing. I love this place. I'm just going to stay here for the rest of my life. It would have just made more sense had he just decided to stay instead of pitching the fit like he did a couple years ago. And again, I get it, ring chasing and stuff, or I get it, you want a ring. But then if you want that to be your story, then I think it would have just made more sense to either stick it out in Milwaukee or go to Miami, go to Golden State, maybe take that discount a little bit. And I think honestly, maybe that's why he decided to go back home too, because he probably wouldn't have gotten as much money in Golden State or Miami had he chose to pursue those options. But yeah, it's confusing in the sense of, dude, just make up your mind to stick to it. Pick a lane. Like, you can't be ring chasing.
This raises the giant question of why.
Yeah, it's like, pick a lane. Are you ring chasing or are you all about staying home? Pick one side.
Yeah,
you can't do both.
Where would you have liked him to see him gone? He had options. He could have went a lot of places. There was even a rumor for your team, Orlando Magic, that he was kind of interested in maybe. Where would you like to see Dame go?
We could not have afforded him in Orlando, and I think that his timeline just didn't match up well with us. So game time in Orlando would be great for marketing, but I just think it kind of throws off what we're building here. Honestly, Miami would have been a fun option. It's the option that maybe he should have went with all along. Although right now, where they're kind of at, I don't know necessarily where they, I guess, kind of go with him this year. So I'm going to probably, if I have to go with the teams that he was rumored to go with, Golden State. Just because
that'd be fun.
You've got him and Steph. Yeah, again, we talked about backcourt defense being an issue. Him and Steph are both undersized guards. But again, Dame Time and Chef Curry on the same team shooting threes from the logo. Like, you talk about gravity on offense, like that has potential to be one of the best offenses in the league just from those two alone. And then you factor in Jimmy Butler and Draymond Green on defense, though. I feel like those two would have been able to shore up any defensive, I guess, liabilities that they present on that end. So, yeah, I'm going to go with Golden State. It would have been the more fun option of either team. And again, I think it would have given him the best shot at a championship now, just in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, since our buddy G Mike isn't here today, I'm going to go ahead and go say it for him. I know he wanted him in Miami really bad. So that's where I would have gone to. I think that he would have fit in Miami. I think that would have been what they needed. But I am surprised Portland has ended up where he ended up landing. I almost would have thought maybe even like the Lakers or something like that. But I don't know. I just don't feel like it put him in the best position to win. I don't see Portland making some giant leap now that Dame Lillard's back there, and even being a contender in the West right now. The West is so stacked. They may be like a play-in team at best. I don't think that they're going to really work out very well. I do like having Drew Holiday there, but I just don't see them moving the needle as far as, making big improvements or making a big impact.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it would have been interesting to see him go to another place, but, hindsight's obviously, like we were saying before, hindsight's 2020 whenever you, can choose. Because he obviously thought they were going to be able to win in Portland, and clearly it did not work out that way.
Yeah. I mean, maybe there's just some moves that they might make. They might try to make next summer that we don't know about. Maybe they'll try to package some of the younger players. Again, it's just perplexing. It really is. So I don't know. Like, again, if he's comfortable with riding out his future there and retiring the greatest player in Blazers history, then yeah, by all means go for it. But just know that that's going to come with the connotation of you are not winning a championship, most likely with that city, barring some massive move or some massive draft pick for sure.
Right, right.